It's early afternoon in Bahrdar, in northwest Ethiopia, and 12-year-old Faleki is preparing his first meal in 24 hours. 3 years ago, Faleki lost his mother. As there was no one to care for him, he was taken in by local farmers, who used him as free labour. What in fact happened was that Faleki's widowed mother was burnt to death after being locked in her home by a man whose advances she had rejected. When Faleki's teenage aunt heard about her sister's death and her nephew's treatment, she travelled 300 kilometres to bring him to Bahrdar.
በጣም ስለሚሰቃይ ስቃይ በጣም ይበዛበት ነበር እናቱ ከሞተች በኋላ በዛን ሰዓት ነው ዝም ብዬ ይዤ የመጣው እኔ የበላሁትን ይብላ ብዬ
Fantanesh works 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, earning £12 a month as a cook.
ለምን በቃ ፍላጎቱን አንደኛ ፍላጎቱን አላሟላለለትም ሁለተኛ እንደፈለገ ይበላም አይጠጣም በቀን ሁለት እንጀራ ነው ኮንትራት የሚይዝለት አቅም ስለሌለ ጤፍ ምናምን ማስፈጭት አቅም ስለሌለ ያችን ሁለት እንጀራ ቆርስ ምሳ አራት በቃ
Well, children are losing their parents because of different reasons. Natural deaths, HIV/AIDS, or man-made causes, anything. So because of that, these children, they don't have anywhere to go. So somebody will pick them and make them to work for them. At the age of 10, 11, they are farming, and they are looking after hard cattle. It's a kind of slave labor, really. Such kind of children are really growing. The number is growing, so there is a lot of pressure.
Partners for Change is one of the organisations trying to tackle the problem of marginalised children. They train local people to first identify vulnerable children and then find carers, homes and schools for them. Wenchet is from the Shomabo slum community of Bahrdar and has been working with Partners for Change for 2 years.
የኖርኩበት ስለሆነ ነው አንደኛ በበለጠ ደግሞ ከማህበረሰቡ ጋር ምትግባባበትን አካባቢ ነው መስራት ፍላጎት የሚኖር በብዛት አንድ ወላጅ አጣ ሁለት ወላጅ አጣ ልጆቻቸውን በኤችአይቪ ሳጠው ልጅ ወልደው አያቶቻቸው የሚያሳድጓሉ
Sefanu is one of the children that Wenchet has identified. He's 13 and has lived on the street since his parents died 4 years ago.
አይ ብቻዬን አይ ሳይሆን ቢያው ቤት አለን በቀበሌ ተሰጠው ከዛ ነው ምኖር አይ ሞተዋል ያው ሁላችንም እንደ ወንድም ነው የምንተያይ በቃ ሁሎችም በቃ ጥሩ ነገር ለአንዱ ጥሩ ነገር ያደርጋሉ እና ሁላችንም እንደ ወንድም ነው የምንተያይ ያው ምንም ነገር እስካሁን ድረስ እንደዚህ ከሰው የሚተላለፍ ነገር በሽታ እስካሁን ድረስ ያዘው ሰው የለም ብንታመም ወይ አንድ ላታችን አንዱ ከታመመ አንዱ ሌላው ስላለ አምስቱ ወስደን እናሳክመዋለን አለ ከቤተሰብ ጋር ስትሆን ያው አሪፍ ነው የለም በቃ ባሪፍ ነገር በደስተኝነት ትኖራለህ ግን ቤተሰብ ስለሌለ አንዳንዴ የሆነ ችግር ሲደርስብህ ስለሚሰማ ያው ክፍተት
Sefanu is fortunate in that he's been identified by Partners for Change. However, there are thousands of other children who still need help. There are no exact figures of the number of street children in Ethiopia, although estimates range between 60,000 and 150,000.
Psychological effects of being orphaned for a child on the streets in Ethiopia are very profound. Ethiopia is a very difficult country to be an orphan. There's no country that's easy to be an orphan in, but Ethiopia is very difficult because there's great emphasis placed upon being a member of a family. Family is where you get your identity from in Ethiopia. It's widely assumed that orphan children have been cursed by God. They're called the children from the blue moon, which means that they're children that are not of this earth. So it's a very isolating and a very upsetting way of life.
There are also health risks. Research indicates that some 30% of street children are seriously sick, But most do not have access to any kind of treatment, and about 40% give indications they've been forced to have sex. Partners for Change have transformed the lives of many children through education programs and support in the community. However, there are still tens of thousands of children on the streets, urgently in need of help, living dangerous and precarious lives.